Hello everyone, today in this video I am going to discuss this question hits different, which is asked in Codeforces Round 871 Div.4. In this question we are given a pyramid type structure in which there are 2023 rows. The first row contains one character, the first row contains one block, one can, the second row contains two cans, the third row contains three cans and so on. What Apart from this we are also given a ball. Let's understand it here. Suppose with the ball, if we hit the block with written inside 9 square. Suppose with the ball we hit a block can with written inside 9 square. So the cans which are directly related to it and above it. Here we can see the cans which are directly related to it are 5 and 6. How they are directly related? They are in touch with 9 and they are above it will get disturbed, and with 5 and 6 we can see that the 2 and 3 are directly related with it and above it, so 2 and 3 will get disturbed and so on, 1 will get disturbed. So they all which are marked with the boundary, they all get fall down. So our answer will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus 6 square plus 9 square. And we have to report this answer. Suppose we had said that the ball hits the number 11 square. So what answer? 11 square is in direct contact with 7 square and 7 square is above it. 7 square is direct contact with 4 square and 4 square is above it. Similarly for 2 and 1. So answer will be 11 square plus 7 square plus 4 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. If the ball hit the can with the numbered 7 square, then the answer would be this one. So how we will solve this question? Here we can see if it will hit 9th. On the first test case we will see 9. If it will hit 9th, that is 9 square, the can which is numbered 9 square, then the answer would be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus 6 square plus 9 square, where 1 square which I had written here only, so it is actually equal to 156. So we will use the concept of 2D prefix sum here. If you don't know 2D prefix sum, you can refer any video on YouTube and learn it. It is a very simple concept. It is just like 1D prefix sum, but here we will use a little bit of DP type concept. So how we will see to it? So first let's visualize it in a more better way, this can structure. So what I will do is, here I can see that the first line contains one can, the second line contains two can, the third line contains three can and so on. So I will see in this way. The first it contains 1 square, then second it contains 3 square, then third it contains 6 square. I will see in this way and write the numbers in the horizontal plane. Then it contains 10 square, then it contains 15 square. Now I will see the second one, 2, 5, 9 and 14. Then I will add 2 square, then 5 square, then 9 square and then 14 square. Similarly we can see 4, 8, 13. So 4 square, 8 square, 13 square. Similarly we can see 7 and 12. So 7 square, 12 square. And similarly we can see 11 square, 11 square. So I will write this pyramid in the form of this structure, and we will see how this structure is very useful for us in finding the solution. Let me make it in the form of a grid structure, and we will fill remaining of them with zeros. So what we can see here is, let's see first 1 square. We can see that the 1 square is in directly contact with 2 square and 3 square in the downwards direction. We can see 1 square is in directly contact with 2 square and 3 square here also. In the pyramid we can see that the 9 square is in directly contact with 5 square and 6 square which are upwards, and in downwards it is in contact with 13 square and 14 square. 9 square is in contact with 5 square and 6 square which are upwards, and it is also in contact with 13 square and 14 square. 13 square here we can see is in the pyramid as well as in the grid, and the 14 square. So in the pyramid we can easily be able to see that the, I am again repeating that the 9 square is in contact with 5 square and 6 square upwards. 5 square and 6 square here I also marked it in the grid, and the 13 square and 14 square which I marked it in the grid. And we can see 9 square is also in contact with 8 square and 10 square which are on its sides. So I have marked it here green on the grid, 8 square and 10 square, which I placed it diagonally. So we can see that to an extent this pyramid resembles this grid. And another thing is here observable in this question is, in this grid, is that if we traverse diagonally, first we will traverse 1, then we will see 2 and 3, then we will see 4, 5 and 6, then we will see 7, 8, 9, 10, then we will see 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can see that they are arranged in a diagonal manner. So it is this diagonal manner is helpful for us in finding what actually in actually making the grid. And another interesting thing which we can observe from this grid is that, let me first erase the sections. We can observe from this grid is that if we hit 9 square, then 9 square will get breakdown, 5 square will get breakdown, 6 square will get breakdown, 3 square will get breakdown, 2 square will get, and 1 square will get breakdown. It means we can see if 9 square is, we will hit 9 square, then all the then in this grid all the sections which are above and in the left side of 9 square all get breakdown. Let's take another example. Let's take example of 12. Suppose we hit 12. So if we hit 12, we know that 7 square and 8 square will get breakdown. Let me make it clear. So if we hit 12, we will see that the 7 square and 8 square will also get breakdown. 5 square and 4 square and 5 square also get breakdown. Due to 4 square and 5 square, 2 square and 3 square get breakdown. And due to 2 square and 3 square, 1 square get breakdown. In the case of 12 also, we will see that in the grid, all the numbers which are above 12 and the left of 12 will get breakdown. So with this, we can come across an idea of 2D prefix sum. It means if 12 square is get breakdown, it means we have to find the sum of all the numbers which are above 12 square and which are at the left of 12 square in the grid. So we can see all the numbers here are which are above 12 square and are which are left of 12 square, which will get breakdown when we will hit 12. So with this we can came to the conclusion of that we have to use the idea of prefix sum. So how we will apply the concept of prefix sum here? With this I directly jump to the code. In the code, first I had made, let me also paste it there on the paint. So what we will be able to see in this code is, as there are total of 2023 rows. So it is, here we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 rows. So we actually need 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 columns, 5 rows and 5 columns, 5 rows and 5 columns we can see. So in this question we are given that it is of 20 and 23 rows. So we will actually require 2023 rows and 2023 columns, and I have initialized with them 0. What I had done is I had traversed them diagonally. I traversed them diagonally in this way: 1, then 2, 3, then 4, 5, then 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. I have traversed them diagonally in this way. First 1, then 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9, and I have made them as LM. First I had put them LM as 1, then LM has got included. So what actually I had done is I had made the grid. I had made the grid in which it is written 1, then 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. I have put actually them diagonally in this manner. Then I had made another array in which what I had done is I had just made sort the squares. Instead of just making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I had done is I had done 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square. I had done, stored in this manner only. So that's why I had written v of ij into v of ij. Then I had applied the concept of prefix sum. So let's little bit discuss what the prefix sum is. So suppose we are given a 2D prefix sum is applied on a 2D matrix. So let's say we are given a 2D matrix. I want to find the sum of all the elements which I had marked here. If I want to find the sum of all the elements which I had marked here, then what I will do is I will say, okay, this is, let's say, I comma j. So this is I comma j minus 1. This will be I minus 1 comma j, and this will be I minus 1 comma j minus 1. So actually here it is a form of dp only. So I will write the dp state here. So what the dp says, dp of ij denotes that the sum till ith row and jth index is equal to, I can write dp of I j minus 1, the sum till I minus 1th row and j minus ith row and j minus 1 index. So what does dp of I and j minus 1 represent in the grid? dp of I j minus 1 represent this section, plus dp of I minus 1 j. dp of I minus 1 j represent this section. It's actually I minus 1 j, so this section. So marked it again. This is red section, which dp of I j minus 1 represent, and this is somewhat purple section which I j minus 1 represent. So we have dp of I j is dp of I j minus 1 plus dp of I minus 1 j. Remaining section I will write here only plus. Then we will add the value at ith and j, value at ij, value at I and j. So we had add this value. But here we can see that this section gets repeated twice, one in the red section and other in the purple section. So what I will do is I will subtract dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 once, because it is actually counted 2 times. So this is actually the idea of 2D prefix sum. So here we will apply the idea of 2D prefix sum on v1 of ij on this 1 square, 2 square and 3 square, not on this which is 1 square and 2 square, 3 square diagonally, not on 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonally. So I applied the idea of prefix sum, and I does the mapping of suppose I have 7. I'm at 7 and I'm at 7 and I know for 7 square I find out the prefix sum. So I will done the mapping of 7 as this value. So because of which it will be helpful for me in the test cases. I will directly use MP of n, which tells me the answer in log n or in order of 1 time. I'm again repeating this. What does this I had done for every value. Suppose it is 7. So suppose it is 7. So what I had done is, first I will made this type of array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diagonally type. Then I had made this array 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, this type diagonally. Then I had found the prefix sum of this whole array. Here in this I have found prefix sum of this whole array. And while finding the prefix sum, suppose anyone asks me what is the prefix sum of in this section 4 square. So I had got the prefix sum of this section, but I will mark MP of 4 at this. Why MP of 4 at this? Because whenever in the section I will be asked what is the value of suppose fourth is strike with the ball. So what is the answer? So I will return the answer in the form of MP of 4. That's why I had done the mapping. If you like this video, share and subscribe. Thank you.